So, folks, welcome back to Dear Crabby. We have an interesting situation here today. I'm looking at Reddit, and somebody wrote in under the column entitled, Am I the Asshole? AITAH. So, this person has got a situation. Let's see if we can think through this. And what can we do? What can we think of to help this individual? So this person writes in, am I the asshole for being truthful in admitting that I find my wife unattractive after her surgery? My wife had plastic surgery recently. We had discussed it, and I was against it. It was not my decision, and ultimately I had no say. She looks weird now. She had the fat sucked out of her face, lip fillers, a neck lift, and other stuff I don't really get. Well, that makes two of us. She gives me uncanny valley vibes now. It freaks me out. She's fully healed now, and she wants us to go back to normal, like me initiating sex. I have done so, but not as much as I used to, and when I do try, I make sure that there is very little light. Oh my God. He makes sure that there's very little light. That's not a good sign. It's been a few months and I kind of dread having to look at her. Obviously, she's noticed. She's been bugging me to tell her what's up. I tried telling her, and I'm just something like I'm tired from work or that I'm run down. Really anything except for the truth. She broke down and asked me if I was having an affair. I said that I wasn't. She asked to look at my phone. I unlocked it for her and handed it over. I wasn't worried about her finding anything because there's nothing to find. She spent an hour looking through it and found nothing. She asked me to explain why I changed. I tried explaining that I just wasn't interested right now. Nothing I said was good enough for her. She kept digging. I finally told the truth. I wasn't harsh or brutally honest. I just told her that her new face wasn't something that I found attractive and that I was turned off. She asked if that's why I turn off all the lights now. I said yes. She started crying and said that she needed some time alone. She went to stay with her sister. I've been called every name in the book since this happened. Her sister said I'm a piece of shit for insulting my wife's looks. Her friends all think I'm the asshole. I tried not to say anything. I can't force myself to find her attractive. I still love her, but her face is just weird now. She looks like the blue alien from The Fifth Element. The what? We're going to have to Google this, folks. Copy. Paste. My God. The blue alien, The Fifth Element, is Diva Plava Laguna, an opera singer. My God. Oh. The look. Oh, boy. That is not a good look. The blue alien from The Fifth Element. What a picture. So the one thing, let's just consider this. So in the beginning of this, he says this. We had discussed it, and I was against it. It was not my decision, and ultimately, I had no say. Wow, that's really the problem here, isn't it, folks? The husband had no say. Maybe he liked her just the way she was. But what are the other people saying? Let's take a look at that. One person says, oh God, if she did the buccal fat remover, I totally feel you. It makes people look so freaky. Buccal fat remover? Let's Google this. Oh my God, I see what she means. It's that look. You know, with a little bit of a high cheek, and then everything else gets sucked in. It's that buccal fat remover. I totally feel you, she says. And he says, yeah, that's it. Thanks, I couldn't remember. Maybe he's trying to forget. One person says, oh man, there are plastic surgeons out there that refuse to do this. One, because of the damage it can cause, and two, because there isn't enough data to show exactly what it will do over time. Scary. But they suspect it'll cause some worse problems down the road as people age, even worse for people under 40 to 50. According to the rabbit hole I went down recently, buccal fat is good to have because it can help reduce jowl sagging later on. And he goes on to say, anyway, while it's totally in her right to make the choice to get that surgery, you're not the asshole. Wow. Wow. Another one writes this, folks. Have a listen to this. And I think this one is pretty much spot on. And this person says, honestly, I'm a big fan of people getting therapy or counseling instead of drastic plastic surgery when it's not necessary. It can become an addiction when you keep altering your body and face and chasing an ideal look, but it's not going to fix the internal body image and self-esteem issues that you have. Wow, very well said. And the original poster situation is the best example of why, while it's perfectly her right to get the surgery, it was an extremely foolish thing to do. When your spouse finds you attractive and then tells you that they don't want you to get plastic surgery, you should listen. Why would you compromise the attraction your spouse has for you? And why would you disregard that they are attracted to you and go on to chase some random beauty standard that they don't like? It's got to be the dumbest logic I've ever seen. And this is 100% on her for blowing up their relationship. Disregarding your spouse's feelings is never a good thing. So yeah, this person says, while it was in her right to do with her body what she wanted, that doesn't mean it was a wise thing to do if her goal had been to preserve the health of her marriage. And then she puts it this way. As Ian Malcolm said in Jurassic Park, you spent so much time wondering whether or not you could do it that you didn't stop and think about whether or not you should. I mean, that's extremely good advice, folks. In any event, when it comes to something that changes someone's look so drastically, I think there's a point, I mean, there is a point of no return. When that happens, this situation happens, why not sit down with a counselor, review it, sit down with a plastic surgeon, understand what it's going to do. Understand what that surgery is going to look like. Now, I'm assuming that happened, but she just didn't share it with her husband, folks. And what a situation to be in at this stage of the game, in a relationship that was working and now it isn't. How sad. I mean, it's terribly sad. So I think it's more important to go slow with these things. Get the counseling, sit down with your husband, like that poster just said, and then move on if it looks like something that you really, both of you, think should be done. Because once you do it, folks, I mean, that look, there's no turning back.